Welcome.
Welcome, welcome.
Second bucket. That's inexcusable defense right there. You've got to contest the shot better than that.
And we got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Zinkus, he's checked in for the Celtics. Holiday comes in for Torrey Craig. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Orlando. Corey Joseph comes in for Anthony.
Able to absorb contact. Holiday is not someone that is prone to lose focus on these tough takes.
Back to Black. Outside, Joseph. 6 on the shot clock. Floats one up. The shot will not fall. Excellent D there from Holiday. Boston's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the free ball here. And he makes that one. And it's a 4-point Boston lead. Hey, Stan, we've heard talk about players not heaving up a shot at the buzzer to protect their shooting percentage. Have you run into that at all?
Oh, Kevin, that definitely happens. Players are concerned about all of those numbers, shooting percentages being one of them, because they become a factor in contract negotiations. But they have to realize, number one, you've got to do what gives your team a chance to win. And number two, with all the analytics, teams separate out what they call heaves at the end of quarters.
Now, here's Banchero. Following the shot by Drew Holiday. Good.
Oh, good to see that Banchero has options if he can't penetrate. Your game has to be multifaceted in the league.
Here's Tatum, and he drives in. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Wagner's checked in for the Magic. Caldwell Pope comes in for Blunt. Joseph finds Carter. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Wagner outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one good for 2. Wagner's got 7 points in the game.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pec.
GA, when you look at the development of Franz Wagner, what now is the next step for him?
Kevin, for me, it's the three-point shooting, specifically becoming more efficient out there. And I also think he's going to have to become a better passer, ball mover. I got total confidence he'll get there because the rest of his game is complete.
And it's the Magic with the ball, following the bucket by the Celtics. And it's Carter missing.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
And they repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Outside, Joseph. And finished off by Wagner.
He just...
Dunkers. Holiday against Joseph. Baseline try. And it's Porzingis that time on the assist by Holiday. And the Celtics lead by 6.
A sensational shooter. Porzingis really is a unicorn.
Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Wagner outside. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
Here's Holiday. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
A nifty make there from Holiday. There's such a nice pace to his game. The floater fits him well.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Wagner outside. Lays it up off the glass. Wagner's got 8 here in the quarter.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense.
And it's out of bounds. Oh, they say it was last touched by Carter.
Well, that's just a careless pass. He's lucky that was just deflected and not picked off.
The three from Porzingis. And he trains the three, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And we are not.
The previous play is under review.
Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And a chance here to just double-check the ruling on the floor. I wasn't sure if he got it off in time.
I think that's good.
I appreciate the second look as well.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor, but replays here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. And you know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Boston leading by 7. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
The post pair. Tatum and Porzingis. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Brown in at the 3. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can't be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report.
A talented scorer and versatile defender. The athletic Brown is a vital piece for this team.
And Brown drops them both. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Holiday following Franz Wagner's 3-point attempt. And yes, it's good. Holiday's got the lead up to 14 now for Boston.
Too bad you don't get points for degree of difficulty. Holiday showing how to handle some tight interior defense.
And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Caldwell Pope passes to Wagner. Now here is Carter. Shot to stop the run. The Magic again can't hit. Brown outside. Orlando grabs the miss. Caldwell Pope with it. Still yet to score. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Here's Brown. The rebound by Caldwell Pope. The Magic trail by 14. Takes it inside. Can't hit from in close. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. The shot's good. Tatum's got 19 points.
Well, you know Jason Tatum can score, and that's exactly what he's done thus far.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Pass to Banchero. Here is Carter. Just 5 to shoot. Driving in. With the clock winding down. And then Carter with the dunk.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush. Perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
We've got some talented defensive big men in the league today, Coach. But in your opinion, who would you say is the best rim protector?
Well, Kevin, I would have said Rudy Gobert because people didn't even want to go to the rim and challenge him.
Right.
Anthony Davis is great. But I'm telling you, the young guy, Victor Wembanyama, I think is the best we've got now.
Isn't he something else, Stan? We've never seen anything like him.
We never have, and I'm not sure we ever will again.
Joseph looking around. Pass to Banchero. Floats one. That one misses. Great D that time from Tatum. Here's Porzingis. Outside Tatum. A 3-ball. A 3-pointer is right on target. Tatum's got 10 points here in the second half.
Outstanding vision there from the Latvian. Porzingis showing he can read the floor, capable of setting his guys up.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. And coach has decided they need a moment. Defense the Celtics. Here are the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 14-4 run. Working his way from scout to head coach, Jamal Mosley was a long-time assistant under Rick Carlisle. He has paid his dues, Coach.
Yeah, and Kevin, I really admire the guys that put in the time, as you say, pay their dues, and get themselves ready for when they get the opportunity. There's a lot of outstanding younger coaches in this league, and Jamal Mosley's as good as any of them.
Yep, I would agree. Here's Pritchard. 17-point lead, their biggest. There's Brown with the 3. The rebound by Batadze. Orlando's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Here's Black. Here he goes. He punched it in.
Are you kidding me?
And I got to say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still, a magnificent move to the rim. Here's Pritchard. No scoring in this one.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And Orlando has possession. Following the three-pointer by Boston.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here is Holiday. He's got 12. And the 3-ball is good.
A solid outside game. Holiday has good lip on his J. And at 6'4", he can get his shot off against just about anybody.
Here's Wagner. Pass to Black. Isaac a screen. To the paint. Second chance shot. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
No doubt the size of Isaac is a problem for the defense. Excellent at using that long frame to draw contact.
And Both free throws good for Isaac. Here's Brown. 10 points for him. Pass to Pritchard. Fires from deep. The shot, no good. And so it's Boston in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. Black is out there with Anthony. Then there's Banchero. And it's De Silva in at the 3 spot. There's a screen. Here's Black. 5 to shoot. No good with the triple. Celtics leading by 16. Here's Tatum. He takes it in. Drops in the layup for 2. Tatum's got 26 points.
And you get the sense Tatum is used to getting hit when he's penetrating inside. It almost seems as if he embraces those challenges.
Now here's Anthony. The baseline jumper goes down.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
Tatum against Banchero. And he banks in the layup. Tatum's got 14 points now in the second half.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways.
To the middle, here's De Silva. Pass to Black. There's the triple. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Outside Tatum. Lets it go with a 3. Fournette kicks to Tatum. Nice ball movement by Boston. Tries again. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Yeah, you got to really do a better job on Tatum once he gets on the way up. Excellent at fighting his way through the defense there and still able to convert.
And the Magic making a change here. Joseph's checked in.
Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Now, here's Joseph. Pass to Anthony. Here's Bitadze. Out to Anthony. This one for 3. And Boston with the rebound. Tatum's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's the 3. Drills it from outside. Tatum's got 34.
And he's got such a smooth release on that jump shot. You can feel that it's just coming naturally to him.
Now, here's Banchero. Pass to Bitadze. Banchero, a screen on Howard. And Anthony gets it to go.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Drops in the tray. And the Celtics lead by 21.
And he's got it all working for him tonight. Holiday's effort level and energy are off the charts.
And it's blocked. Here's Pritchard. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. The hustle stats for the Celtics.
Well, their shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
And they've really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace.
Some changes for Boston. Zingas, he's checked in for Luke Cornett. Brown comes in for Torrey Craig. And it's Wyden for Pritchard. Then for the Magic, Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Goga Bitadze. Wagner comes in for Black. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Cole Anthony. Now here's Joseph. The shot misses. Great D that time from Tatum. A pass to Porzingis and stolen by Wagner. And
I'm well. Hey D, I'm doing well on yourself.
Outside Tatum. No good on the triple. And it's Joseph with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. And there's Wagner on the assist from Joseph. Wagner's got 20.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Here's Tatum. Got that one. We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that.
Well rested and ready to take on the day.
Back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you
All
ever?
right, that was good.
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. My
Thanks for
wife was
stopping
not
by.
real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college. And she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Celtics.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside, and that was working all game long.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was
Thanks
the
for having me.
performance for Jason Tatum.
Smiling face.
You know, he was a man on a mission.
Always a pleasure today.
Defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
Now here's Tatum. Paolo Banchero unable to get his last shot to go in.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And a block like that.
Oh, yeah, I got that one. Hell of a block.
We're not giving up this lead.
They're making this a runaway.
Coordinate.
The only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
And it's good. 2 points. Tatum's got 44.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Celtics on offense. Out the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
And the free throw, no good. Now Joseph. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but we have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now let's go over to David Aldridge from the sideline for an interview with our player of the game. Hey, David.
Thanks very much, Jason. It was a struggle last time out, but tonight you were back on track. What was the difference?
Just got to have a short-term memory. Sometimes shots just go in, but you always got to be aggressive and just make the right play.
You're like a cornerback in basketball. That's weird, but it got you a win tonight, man. Congrats. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the player of the game, Jason Tatum.
Another game next.
Yeah, I'm trying to do 2 more.
Welcome, fans, to 2K Sports Thursday afternoon coverage of the NBA. Hi, everyone. This is Brian Anderson at the table along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce joins us from the... Well, Grant, this is not your average regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
And the starting lineup for Miami. They've got Tyler Hero. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Ware in at the center position. Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
Now you try your best defensively to push Bam away from the rim. That's easier said than done.
And the shot is good by Garland.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Here's Adebayo. Oh, and Mobley with the block. Strooks the pass to Mobley. And it's good for 2.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Pass to Adebayo. The rebound by Allen.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
Mitchell, good.
They're such a strong guy. Donovan Mitchell plays bigger than his listed 6'1" height.
And Grant, when you look at Darius Garland, he has a very polished offensive game.
Absolutely. He's great at creating for himself, but also knows when to get others involved. He can score from anywhere, and he works incredibly hard on his craft.
He makes that look so easy. Andrew Wiggins up and down on the alley-oop.
Here's Garland. Softly drops in the floater. Garland's got his second basket.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Wiggins for 3. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp. Here's Mitchell. Uses the glass on the layup.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Pass to Ware. Outside Burks. Now here's Adebayo. Here's Ware. 3 on the clock. Here's Wiggins. Takes a 3. Wiggins with another miss.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Mitchell against Burks. Mitchell's shot is good. Mitchell's got 6.
This small advantage is starting to snowball.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Hunter's checked in for the Cavaliers. Here's Hero to the left side wing. Adebayo passes to Burks. Again, the Heat misses. And here comes Cleveland. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Here's Garland. Walk up 2 there. He's got 6.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
It's stolen by Garland. Mobley passes to Garland. With some arc, and they get it back.
And Bam with the emphatic block.
Pass to Mitchell. The 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. 10 points separating these teams. Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
Outside Mitchell. There's the 3. Nails it from 3.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
Hero with the bucket.
How about Hero? Gets inside and finds a way to sneak up his shot and get it to go.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. We chatted about strategy against Andrew Wiggins, and Coach put it simply. He said, quote, "We just got to stay on him at the arc on the inside. We can't let him give our defenders a slip. So the defense is going to try to stay as glued to the nimble Wiggins as possible for this one."
Allie, thank you.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Hero, no good. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Mitchell. Hits the front of the rim and out.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Hero. They get it back. Outside Burks. Yes, and it's Adebayo picking up the assist.
Just more and more comfortable the guys are when Bam has the ball and they cut. They know they're going to get it.
The 3 from Mitchell connects from downtown. Mitchell's got 12.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Cavaliers ahead. They lead by 13. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
They've been in rhythm from the in-between area, just keeping things simple and taking what the D gives them.
Now, getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack today.
Ty Jerome. Then there's Isaac Okoro, and it's Mobley in at the 5 spot. That's the group for Cleveland getting going in the second. Love with the defensive effort. Heat trail by 10. Here's Larson. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Strus, he's checked in for Cleveland. Jovic, he's checked in for Miami. Jerome passes to Hunter. Back to Jerome. And here's Strus outside. Anderson pulls it down.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Larson with the bucket.
Hero knowing about the whens and the wheres for an assist.
Here's Jerome. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And so Hero will bring it up for Miami. They trail by 9. Beyond the arc. And he missed again. Now 1 of 5.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Mobley. Rebound Miami. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Robinson on the wing. Guarded by Okoro. Pass to Larson. And here's Anderson. Here's Jovic. Clock at 4. Robinson finds Hero. And a miss there on the triple.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
The Cavaliers lead by 9. Outside Strus. On target from range. Strus has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Miami has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Evan Mobley was the 3rd overall pick in 2021. And his teammate Donovan Mitchell said about him, "It's crazy, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I don't think he really understands how good he can be. He can take us to a completely different level. I personally believe that he can be a top 5 player in this league." Brian, high praise for his teammate.
Indeed it is. Good stuff, Allie. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Cleveland. Garland comes in for Jerome. Count that one. Garland's got 12.
Now, Garland started the game at 6'1", but the way he's playing now, he's got to be feeling 7 feet tall.
Pass to Wiggins.
Fun game.
Down low. Here's Adebayo. Mobley grabs the board.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, D.
For Cleveland, they've gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. The 3 from Mitchell. Oh, Mitchell with the smooth stroke from distance.
And normally Mitchell wants his shot head on, but you give him the corner and he will adapt.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Wiggins from long range. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Mitchell up top, defended by Burks. Mitchell misses. Heat trail by 15. From 11 feet away, and too long on the shot. Cleveland has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Garland, the pass to Mobley. Mitchell with the ball. The 3 is up. And Cleveland another 3.
Mitchell has everything, including that three-point shot.
And there's a minute 45 left to play in the second quarter. And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, B.A., it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
Pass to Mobley. Yes, and a nice assist.
Welcome. Thanks for having me. Smiling face. Another game next. Support the stream. Hit the cash of $1 bait fire. Fun game.
in the game.
Allen, he's checked in for Hunter. And Miami with a change here, too. Robinson, he's checked in for Hero. .111 left in the half. Takes a step back. Here's Robinson. Connects with the leader.
Robinson doing some work inside at 6'7". He could do that.
1 minute left in the second period. Garland, the pass to Allen. And there's the call. It's on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul. Here's Mitchell. 18 points for him. And Cleveland another three.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Well, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Adebayo in the post. Covered by Mobley. Cleveland leading by 21. Outside Mitchell. Drives to the hoop. And Mitchell with the slam.
Well, they're clicking on all cylinders right now, beginning to pull away.
Well, game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Adebayo drives in.
All the way, Adebayo sees a crease and exploits it.
And so Garland will bring it up for the Cavaliers. From deep, Strus. Adebayo grabs the board. Wiggins looking around. Pass to Burks. Back to Wiggins. Here's the three. That one no good. A dominating first half of play. And so far, it hasn't been close. Cleveland on top, delivering the blowout. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.